Hello there. It is time for your next assignment. It is time to take everything that you've learned from this point, incorporate a little bit more, and grow one step further. So, the assignment that you have now is going to be a 3-minute pitch, a 3-minute pitch that is Shark Tank worthy, that is focused on all of the business skills that you've developed and also incorporating pitching skills. So the last project that you did, which was items that start with A, involved a pitch. I didn't really grade your pitching skills in that. What I wanted you to be able to do was to feel comfortable with that pitch and developing your business skills. Now what we're going to do though is take that a step further and you have to develop your pitching skills. So let's review what the project is and then we'll talk a little bit more in depth about some of the things that I'm going to be expecting from you. So this is posted. You'll see here, you're going to, I say that you can complete this alone or in teams. If you guys want to reach out to other members of the class and do it as a team, you're more than welcome to, or you can do this alone. I'm going to, no, in the virtual world, it says I'm going to assign you a product. I'm not. I need to change that. You can pick your own product from the list, and we will go through the list of products today. So you're going to choose a product that has completely flopped in the market. Now, we talked a lot in the lecture about what I'm looking for at the very end of the lecture in you pitching this product. And we talked a lot about the design process. So in the design think process, part of success is based upon developing a prototype and taking it to market and testing it. I believe that there are some products in the market that the prototype was not tested so that they knew what customers really wanted or valued or which customers would want the product. And those products completely flopped. So what your job is to choose one of the products that flopped, and you cannot, I repeat, you cannot change any of the attributes of the product. The product must remain as is. You have to get creative, and you can either change the value proposition or the customer segment or both. And you need to bring this back to market in a different way, and you have to create a 3-minute pitch that is Shark Tank worthy, and you have to sell this product to us. Now, this is a lot of fun. I have seen some of the best pitches of my life coming from you students as you have a great time picking out these products and delivering humorous but valuable pitches to us. So now we know what you're going to have to do. You're also going to have to create some slides. So at home, you're going to have to get a little bit more advanced in the way that you create your pitch videos. I'm going to have to be able to see you pitch, and I'm also going to have to be able to see your slides. Now, when we start thinking about slides, I'm going to give you a template. It's going to be on the website, but I want you to change up your colors, the pictures. I want you to change the slides to match your pitch. And you're going to have a minimum of 5 slides. The 5 slides are going to reflect the 5 steps of a pitch. What is the pain? Remember, you have to start with empathy. What is the pain that you have recognized? You've got to introduce your brilliant solution, your product. Then you've got to differentiate yourself from the rest of the competition. Why you? Why should we trust you? And then finally, the call to action. You have to ask for the sale or you won't get it. So these are the minimum of the 5 slides that you're going to have to present. I want to be able to see you pitching, and I want you to be able to see your slides as well. You're going to have to take your pitching skills to the next level. I expect your pitching to be very animated. I expect to see the performance aspect that goes along with a pitch. In the way that you deliver your pitch, you set the tone in the first 5 seconds of your pitch. Remember, the reason that we deliver pitches is to grab people's attention, to make them curious, to make them want to ask us questions because they want to know more about us. And if you deliver a presentation that's informational, that doesn't grab anybody and make them want to ask more questions. At this point, you have to start to develop your, for lack of a better term, there's some acting skills that go along with pitching. You have to be able to use empathy to start with a story. You have to start every pitch with a story that comes from your emotional self and grabs the audience's emotional self. If you can't do that, then your pitch will not be effective. Not at all. So, what do I mean by that? Let me deliver a quick pitch for you. I did this in class in person, and I just pulled from the cuff. I've been pitching for a long time and teaching pitching, so it's a little bit easier for me. I was a motivational speaker for Monster.com for quite a while. So I can pull from the cuff and do this, but I want you to understand and see what happens in the emotional aspect of my pitch and how I present my emotions, how I make you feel emotions, because this is something that you have to practice. Okay, so give me a second here. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Ready? I'm a member of a club. It's a club nobody wants to be a member of. I didn't choose this club. This club chose me. It's not a fun club. It's the club of parents who have lost a child. I have lost a child. It's a hurt that you don't want anyone to feel, ever. It's a pain deep down inside. It always kills me when someone says, I understand how you feel. Because the only way to truly understand how I feel is that means you experienced it. I don't ever want anybody to experience it. Now I know that all of you are students, and I'm guessing that most of you haven't made it to parenthood, and I'm certainly guessing that none of you have made it to the point that you've lost a child. But I do think you have lost someone or something in your life. And although you may not understand my particular loss, you understand loss. You understand that you don't ever want to feel that way again. And you understand that you don't wish this on anybody. Me either. So after feeling this loss and understanding I don't wish it on anybody, I made it my mission to find a solution to help other parents not have to experience this. And I turned to the American Heart Association. You see, the American Heart Association is a charitable organization that collects funds and uses those funds for research that helps with congenital heart defects. You see, our daughter was born with a congenital heart defect, one that ultimately took her life. It was one that we couldn't diagnose in her lifetime and one that we didn't have a cure for. And the funds that they raise help with situations just like mine. We've been raising funds for the American Heart Association now for 10 years. And the results of that are we have seen reduces in the amount of people who are having heart attacks based on the education and research they provide. There's a reduction in the amount of adults that have strokes based on their research and their educational classes. We've also seen a reduction in deaths in infants because of congenital heart defects. Now, I know that there are a lot of other places that you can place your funds when you're feeling philanthropic. There's lots of other organizations. There's lots of other causes. But I'm asking you today to focus on the American Heart Association because they are a proven partner in reducing deaths. Now, I can talk to you about this because I have a loss story and I have a success story. Loss associated with the death of our daughter, but success in that my brother survived a stroke. Today, will you please help me eliminate that feeling of loss with other parents, with people just like you who maybe lost someone to heart attack or stroke? Help me stop the pain and the loss. Go to the American Heart Association's website today and make a donation. Thank you. Now, I wish I could see you and how you feel. You'll see that in my pitch, I took it from deep down to the pain. I made my story real and authentic. It is a real story. I'm so sad to say. It is a real story. So my feelings are authentic, very authentic. And my solution is very authentic. I know that most of you who are watching this video, you can't relate to the loss that I feel, but you can relate to loss. So I took a moment to tell you a story that grabbed you emotionally. And then I made that story relate to you by making you think about a loss you had experienced. And from there, I took you down and I was very purposeful in my pauses, in my demeanor, in my facial expressions. And then I took you out to a solution. And it was very purposeful there to change my mood and to offer you and everyone else out there a solution to help stop the hurt that people feel. It is your job to grab people emotionally the exact same way when you pitch. Exactly. Now, there are a lot of emotions out there that we can touch. You need to really figure out what emotions you're trying to grab. It can be happiness, sadness, frustration. You've really got to dig in with empathy, dig in, and then you've got to exude that emotion. The law of attraction tells us you will get what you give. You have to give the emotion you want to evoke. I'm going to be judging and grading you on this. And the truth is, guys, because you get to video this and you get multiple iterations, you better get it right. Because you don't have to video until you've got it down pat. So I will be judging your ability to grab the audience. Start by telling a story that touches an emotion, finish with a solution that grabs an emotion, and keep rolling through. You've got to be persuasive. All right, so I will be judging that. I'll be judging your body language, your voice, your emotions, all of it. I'll be judging your slides. I will also be judging the content. So if you're looking here at how's this going to be graded, I'm going to be judging, did you hit all 5 steps of the pitch? And did you tell me, did you give me an entrepreneurial opportunity? Really? Did you use empathy? Did you use all of those steps? Now, I'm not asking you to really take this into prototype and test yet. We will be doing that on the final project, because you better be really good from the beginning of observation all the way through ideate to pitch. This is where we are from 386 to 387, and I will be grading all of it. This one's worth a little bit more points, 50 points. So I hope you take this seriously. This is your last practice round before the final project. In the final project, we will incorporate prototype testing, and you will have to incorporate everything you've learned in 386 and 387. So take this seriously and have a good practice round. I hope that you're really clear on what you have to deliver. It is a 3-minute pitch. Do not go over, and don't waste any time. If you've got 3 minutes to sell something, use your 3 minutes. Do not leave time on the table, but don't go over either. Right? So this is everything I'm going to be grading you on. Now, in all of this, even though you have to do a good job, don't lose fun. Don't lose the fun part of it. Let's go look at the product flops that you have to choose from. Let me change over and I'm going to share a different screen with you. Let's look at the flopped products. Let me get my screens resituated since I changed some things up. Give me 1 second here. I wish that Zoom was much more friendly when sharing screens, but I work off 3 monitors and it tends to change things up and make them a little bit weird for me. So at this point, you should be seeing some of the product flops that you have to choose from. You choose one. One product flop, you can change the value proposition, you can change your customer segments, or you can change both of them. And you have to sell it and sell it well and pitch it. Remember, you cannot change the product. Not at all. Let's look through these terrible things. The first one, I don't know. Someone thought it was going to be a really good idea to make watermelon Oreos. I don't know about you, but I have never dipped a watermelon in milk. Have you? Oh yeah, me either. No, product flop. Moving on. This one kind of makes me laugh. This was a good idea that was not timely. This was the first version, I think, of virtual reality, and this was the Virtual Boy. It went along with the Nintendo back in, you can see this was in 1995. This did not work well. The graphics that you saw inside were terrible. They were awful. It hurt people's eyes. It just was not a good product, not at all. And it completely flopped. Like I said, good idea, just not timely, not timely. And also the quality was, it was terrible. So let's keep going. What else do we have to choose from? Some of these are really funny. Oh yeah, this one's fantastic. I would give anything if I could get my hands on a box of this, but celery flavored Jell-O. Jell-O, they thought maybe people wanted some savory Jell-O. They wanted to enter into dinner and not just dessert. I can't think of anything worse than celery Jell-O with olives in it. Oh, terrible. Maybe you could think of a great way to repurpose it. Here's another one that's quite funny, the Mill Romper. I don't know anybody who can pull this off and well, but perhaps it's you. I don't know. Let's keep going. I don't know if any of you remember Wow Chips. I do. Think about this as the diet version of potato chips. It's like the Diet Coke of potato chips. This was chips where they tasted the same. They tasted great. I remember them. They did taste good. But they had a lot less calories and fat. They were made with this product, Alestra. The unfortunate thing about Alestra is Alestra caused a lot of problems. It was not pleasant to be around people who had eaten these chips or to be that person. And those people made frequent trips to the bathroom. So maybe you lost weight because they go straight through you. Yikes, but funny. The next one, the Galaxy Note. We all remember the phone that the battery just exploded. What a problem. What a problem. The exploding phone. Moving on, I don't know if any of you remember colored ketchup. Now this one, I think they thought this was going to be a huge seller. They made purple ketchup, they made blue ketchup, they made green ketchup, and they thought kids were going to love it. What they missed here is that there's a huge connection between what you see in your food and how you think it's going to taste. So if I see something purple like that, I think it's going to taste like grape or grape jelly or be sweet. But it didn't. Despite the color, it still tasted just like ketchup. Just like ketchup. And people were freaked out because, like I said, they missed the connection between what we see and what we eat. When we see something and it doesn't taste like we anticipate it's going to taste, then it's a problem. We don't like it. Don't like it. Moving on. Who knew Trump sold steaks? I didn't. But apparently the steaks weren't any good. So it could be your job to make steaks great again. Let's keep going. Oh, this one's crazy. This one just, I can't believe people even did this. So this was a face mask that is as horrific as it looks. It is horrific. It is. People would put this face mask on and would give like massaging and electrical impulses. It was meant to start to tighten your face and face muscles and, you know, grow collagen, these kind of things. The problem is that it felt exactly like it looked. Apparently, it was unbelievably painful. Painful. It's just a torture mask. I don't even know. Anyway, flop. This one makes me laugh too. Cheetos lip balm? Really? Really? How many of you want to lick your lips and them taste like Cheetos all day long? Really? Flop. Ha! Okay. The picture here says enough. Thirsty dog. Someone thought it was going to be a good idea to make bottled water for dogs. And then a cat? I don't even know. People don't buy bottled water for their pets, but maybe you can come up with a really great way to think about it. This other one, I would give anything to see how this smells. I've never seen it. What do you think Harley Davidson cologne smells like? Really? Like motorcycle exhaust? Burnt rubber? Oil? A sweaty person in leather riding their Harley? I don't know. See, all those thoughts go through my mind when I see Harley cologne. Harley, just stick to motorcycles, not cologne. Anybody remember when McDonald's did wings? I don't either. Apparently it didn't go very well. So I'm just going to say McDonald's needs to stick to the fake chicken and not the real chicken, because they're much better at fake chicken and the pink sludge nuggets than they are real wings. It flopped. Big flop. And then finally, this one makes me laugh too. For some reason, Smith & Wesson thought that it would be a good idea to make bicycles. Now, they missed so many opportunities to make this a cool product. You can't change the product, so I can laugh about this. I mean, like, so Smith & Wesson is a gun maker. I mean, what if that had been like a gun barrel or even looked like one? Or what if that down tube was a potato launcher? Wouldn't that have been hysterical? It would have been completely hysterical. But they didn't do that anyway, and they missed the whole mark on it. Smith & Wesson, not bicycle makers. So you have the opportunity to go through all of these products and to choose the one that you want. Change the value proposition, change customer segments, or change both. And you have to pitch this to me. I'm going to share the videos with everyone else in the virtual class. You guys are going to have a chance to vote on these and decide which one is the best. The one that is the best is going to get bonus points. One final thing for you that goes along with pitching. It is time now that you begin to dress the part. You have to dress to reflect whatever it is you're going to sell. So the final thing I'll be judging you on. Recap, 3-minute pitch with PowerPoint slides. Send me the YouTube link as usual. Also want you to email me your slides. You're going to change either the value proposition or the customer segment or both, but you can't change the product. And you have to sell this product to us. I'm judging content. Did you hit all of the big 5 and do it well? I'm judging your presentation style. Did you really grab the audience? Is it pitch worthy or was it a presentation? Because they're two distinctly different things. And it better be a pitch. I'll be judging your presentation style. I'll be judging what you wear. You guys are doing a video. You have no excuses. You can do this till you get it right. So truth is, I'll probably be judging you a bit harder than people who have to do it in person who don't get a do-over. Now, if you have any questions about the assignment, let me know. It's due Tuesday. It is a quick turnaround, and I cannot wait to see them. Have fun with this, guys. Have a great weekend, and roll tide.